I know this is a foreign concept here in Cowboy land, y'all, but we have drama. Drama. Micah Parsons might be about to demand a trade, sever relationship with the team. This from Dianna Russini. Holy cow, we're getting into it. Let's just start the show now. What's up, everybody? Welcome into today's DLLS Cowboys podcast. We love that you guys are all here. We appreciate you, and we are ready to talk with Micah Parsons, perhaps prepared to take drastic measures, according to Dianna Russini. We got drama, baby. We got drama.
Dan Myers.
Dan was the first one in
First
the
one
chat.
in the chat today, baby. Dan's on it. Ready for the drama, Dan. I see you.
Thank you for the like buttons that you've hit before we even started. Jeremy Content Cowboys always treating y'all nice. It is a fact. Welcome into the show. My name is Jeff. I'm seated next to former Cowboy wide receiver Jesse Holly.
Oh, Jesse Holly went 77 yards. It must be a reality show.
And my show today is dedicated to Coach Roy Williams, my dog.
Nice.
Well, Coach Williams is turning, I don't know how he's turning today, but he's
I
old.
wouldn't worry about it.
But he's old. And I just want to know. I don't want to know. I already know, but I just want to say. He'll never admit it.
Yeah.
But the 2005 national championship team, North Carolina basketball, that I was a part of,
You're
is his favorite team.
for sure.
He always says, "Oh, it's like my children now. I love them all the
yeah.
same." No, you don't. No, you don't. We got you over the hump, baby.
I would like to dedicate my performance on today's show to Coolio, may he rest in peace,
All right.
and Jason Momoa.
Dangerous Minds.
Cal Drogo. It's Jason Momoa. Yes. Coolio, yes.
Armand's birthday as well.
Oh, happy birthday,
Armand's
Armand.
birthday. Happy birthday, Armand.
30th, yes, 30th birthday.
Heck yeah.
All right, okay.
We are going to actually just bring Clarence straight in here, the greatest beat writer in the history of the Cowboys, who's been at the very front of everything having to do with Micah Parsons in the Cowboys front office and negotiations and fights. And now look at that face. Look at that beautiful face, fresh off of the Cowboys media party where he had all the free food and drink he wants, and yet he still made it to the show against all odds. Chill. What's up, Clarence?
Happy birthday.
What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
Kicking butt and taking
Say
names.
this.
Really excited to wake up this morning to that Dianna Russini tweet.
I had a few pops of Johnny Walker Blue last night. I had me and Jerry were drinking Blue. Nobody else was drinking Blue. It was behind the bar. Okay, I just want to add a few pops of Johnny Walker Blue.
Yeah.
I only ate the appetizers they were bringing around. I did not get a chance to eat the meal. But good time was had. Jerry held court. It's interesting because we all. Because it was all off the record. So people say, why are you being cryptic and everything else? Is because we can't really say what he told us. And I just think the Dianna Russini tweet is interesting because for a guy that's mad, his mom was at practice. His mama got a whole entourage with kids at practice every day. And we know how all this works. Everybody's mad. They're negotiating. Soon they sign the deal with a big family again. Remember the Ziku stuff?
Yep.
So everybody's frustrated with the process. And Jerry was again talking tough last night and holding his ground just like he did with, I don't know if you remember the tough talk with Zach Martin. I'm not giving him. We just paid him.
Yep.
And then they paid him, right?
Then they paid him. Yep.
So when I looked at the Bad Boys thing, I think that was more about Diggs. I think Diggs understands. Everybody understands this Diggs last year.
Head on them, how no home top patay.
Honey's not hitting over day.
Yeah, Micah Parsons, one last time. We ride together, we die together. Bad boys for life. Trayvon Diggs with the 7-Eleven for life.
Yeah, I mean,
that's cute, man. I gotta tell you, that is cute.
Yeah,
that is cute.
I want somebody. Somebody.
Are you in negotiations right now?
No, I got mine done.
It's already done?
It's already
Damn,
done.
I was going to tweet something for you.
It's
Okay.
already
We're locked in?
It's already done. I ain't need to do all that. I didn't need to do all that.
Smile looked like it went well, too. Man, good for Jesse.
I didn't need to do all that other
Hey guys, this is a threesome, not a twosome. Y'all keep acting like y'all twosome together, okay? This is a threesome here, okay?
Well, that's not the wording I would use. I would say we're a trio.
Relax, Diddy.
I would say we're a trio.
Y'all keep acting like y'all a twosome, okay?
Relax, Diddy. It's Ebony and Ivory over here. Relax, Diddy.
It's a tray.
You need me to, Clarence, do you need me to make a tweet? Are you in some hostile negotiations? I could tweet for you. I could find a buddy cop film and make a good picture.
But yeah, it is interesting because just talking to Jerry and Steven, they're trying to be dug in, and Jerry's really upset that the deal in March didn't go through. And
is Jerry? How do I do this? Yeah. How do I do
respectfully?
So I want you to keep in mind when you see Jerry and he holds this against you because we're teammates at work. With all due respect.
With all due respect.
He really, and keep in mind I'm using the word really, he really thought that the guy who was going to be the highest paid non-quarterback in the history of the National Football League was going to not use his agent and sign something on a napkin in Jerry's office? He really thought that?
Yeah, I've been digging around and just talking about, is it money? Is it years? What is going on? And it's really feelings right now. Why are you not, this whole notion that I can't be the first one to call is silly. We want to get the deal done, You already have parameters of a deal. There's nothing left to wait for. You know, who you waiting for? There's nobody left to wait for. And there's not much between, again, we've talked about it from where Myles Garrett was into where it is now with TJ Watt.
Yeah, and I guess that would be surprising to me. Although I do think, and again, this is with all due respect,
it's due.
With all due respect,
today is the first.
That idea ain't worth a velvet picture of a whale and a dolphin getting it on. That's Talladega.
What?
That's Talladega Nights.
Oh.
That's WPS.
Okay.
I do think that somebody said in the chat, Jerry's 83. Is that right? 82, 83? Yeah, he's something like that. And I do think that he's gotten more defensive about the things that everyone talks about where they tend to struggle or fall short as an organization or as a front office. It's all kind of like everyone knows it now, and it's kind of loud. And I do think that as he's aging, he's getting both more emotional and more standoffish. And so it's like, so he's legit offended that the young man that came and hung out in his office and he thought, man, we really got something done today.
Gave that man Super Bowl tickets.
And then when it doesn't get done, and now he's like legit offended at a player who has an agent, not signing a contract without his agent. It's all very strange. But are you here to tell me that I can back off the ledge a little bit, that there's not going to be a trade request or a trade demand or a severing of a relationship, as Diana Rossini reported could be possible this morning, Clarence?
I'm going to tell you that none of that's going to happen. Micah ain't going nowhere. Jerry's not going to trade Micah.
Could you? Okay, let me ask you this before if you want.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can request all you want to. That ain't. They got the franchise tag. They got another year, the fifth year option. They got a lot of things they can use. I mean, was he not going to play?
That's my question to you. If there is no extension that gets done, there is no movement. The most powerful Forbes #1 most powerful NFL agent on the planet, David Mulugheta. If you didn't see that, congratulations to David. That's Micah's agent. Jerry refuses to call the most powerful agent on the planet. Doesn't want to have a relationship with him. That seems wise for an NFL general. So if he never calls him and nothing gets worked out, he'll just week one, he'll just be out there?
I don't know, because Micah likes to play and likes to be out there. I can't even look that far down the road, because it's like we get tied up in these conversations and hypotheticals of what's going to happen when we all know the ultimate hypothetical is they're going to get it done. That's what always happens, right? I mean, we talked about just go back to the CD and the DAC and whoever else years ago, like Zach Martin. It seems like it's darkest and everybody's dug in, and then all of a sudden the deal is done. Oh, and so it's hard for me to go there. That Micah's going to hold out and not play football, because I don't see the deal not being done. And all it takes is one phone call, one meeting. It doesn't. The parameters of a deal is there, I would think.
Clarence, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question in regards to Micah, because I think we all the trio.
Thank you.
I think we all agree that this deal will get done. At some point in time, it will get done. Deadline makes deals. We all have heard it before. There is a history, there's a pattern, there's a blueprint of how the Cowboys operate. Stephen Jones pushed back, I'm not going to say aggressively, but snarkily when it was asked about, do you guys prolong this thing to get the clicks and the hits from, I think Gavin Dawson asked him that question, and he pushed back on that. But from the Micah perspective, he is, in a weird way to me, aligned himself with Trayvon Diggs in this,
and the buddy cop film,
the solidarity of dudes going kind of against the front office. Is this a wise approach for Micah to be taking with, having this thing of, we're buddies, we're together, and we're mad as hell against the people that are in charge right now? Because one of these guys, as we know, will be here for the next 4 to 5 years. The other one we do know, and I think we can confidently say will probably be here 6 months. Is it a wise choice or approach for Micah to do that?
Yeah, I don't think it's neither here nor there. Mike and Diggs have been tight, okay? And you want your teammate, your boys supporting you. I mean, I think that's what that's what that's about. They were tight when Diggs got his deal. They were tight last summer, if you remember, when he made this comment about how Diggs was all loosey goosey, and they've been tight. He's been protective of Diggs in the narrative that he don't work hard and all the other stuff. So they've been tight. Just because we're just talking about it, you brought up Stephen Jones. I would say this: Stephen Jones admitted that he shouldn't have said Micah got to want to get paid too. He should have just stayed with, when a couple of days ago when he took the kind of shot at Micah before he went on the radio. But he, when he said, "Yeah, we want to pay Micah too," he said, "I should have said that." He said he approached Micah and told him that, that I went too far and I shouldn't have said that. So I mean, this is negotiations. I mean, I don't think anybody is disliking anybody to the point where I don't want to sign the deal, and it's going to break up, and this whole severing ties or anything like that. Mike has talked about being a Cowboys family, being Cowboy fans. Dad's been a Cowboy fan his entire life. That's not going to be undone over negotiations. I mean, and again, as I've said, and I've talked about this, I'm blue in the face. It's personal with the players. It's business with Jerry and Stephen. They've done thousands of these deals, thousands of these contracts.
I think I gotta push back.
Go ahead, give him a little shove.
I gotta push back just a tiny bit.
You don't think this is getting personal?
I think
it's personal in negotiations, but it always gets personal. But again,
I think
this is sport for Jerry. That when Jerry takes, this is what he does.
Get him
again. I'm a little shove, a little nudge. I'm not going full. What's the pitcher name from Boston? Martinez.
Pedro.
I'm not going full Don Zimmer. Slam me the old man down. I'm just a little shove, a little pushback.
Oh, don't put a Don Zimmer now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don was like 80.
Yeah, well, close. That's close. My little pushback on this, for me, the way that Jerry has been operating lately in this late age that he's in, he's different. This isn't the same Jerry that we know and we remember as being very, I use the term loosey-goosey and not taking things too personal and not being able to let things roll, having the, the duck feathers to water. He used to be that way. And over the last couple of years, you've seen him take an approach where things become personal to him. I think Stephen Jones is another one who's already he doesn't have the skin that his daddy has. Jerry has long had tough Teflon skin and things didn't get to him. But I think as of late, things have begun to get to Jerry and things have become more personal than they've ever have before. So I know that you said this is sport, and I get it, I understand it, but I do think that there may be some personal that's being held a little bit.
Well, with all due respect, and I've had many conversations with him. I say with all due respect.
No, you're right. You said it. You said it.
I've had many conversations with him, and I'm the one mostly leading the conversations at Nobu, on these subjects, talking to them, and I've talked to them. I've been blue in the face, and it's like it's funny that everybody knows about the deal in March now. Okay, but that's a whole other conversation. Stephen Jones also admitted just bring. We were trying to get a receiver in the draft. Our focus was a receiver. Ted. Then the receiver was gone. Then they took a guard, but I don't know how they came up. But again, it's personal, and they get in their feelings in the moment. But I'm just saying, when you take it as a whole and how they just do these things, and I remember him talking very tough about Zach Martin and how we paid him, and we not doing this and we not doing that, and they did, and certainly I remember them not setting the market. We're not going to set the market for Dak, and they were very ground on that last summer, talking about their cap economics and everything else. They even brought their cap guy in to talk to Cowboys.com and explain the cap to them last summer before they signed Dak and CD to help push the narrative that there's only so much pie and we got all these economic issues. Wow. So it is what it is. I mean, I think it's going to get done. I think they're going to get over it. I do want to bring up a couple of other things. Lyle Collins is coming in. It's more to play tackle than guard.
Yeah, hey, can you do me a huge favor, Clarence?
Yeah.
We're going to take a break, and you're going to stick around for one more segment. Can you do that?
Okay.
Rock and roll. So, yeah, Lyle Collins and other things you need to know. 2 scoops, be 3 from Clarence Hill is next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
While some folks may be waiting on a large amount of cash, that's not realistic for you. Damn sure ain't realistic for me. What we need to do with our measly pennies is we need to be able to all right.
I got some nickels.
You got the rich white man nickels.
That's right.
But you got to make that money last. And the great people over at Monarch Money can help you do that, man, because money is a serious situation. And sometimes it gets away from us. We all don't come from financially literate background, but Monarch, they can help you out with this situation. All you got to do is head over to monarchmoney.com, use the promo code for DLLS, and you'll get 50% off your first year at Monarch. They're like your personal CFO. They kind of handle all the miscellaneous spending that you're doing. They can get the stuff in line for you so that you can have better spending habits, better saving habits, so you can have more money at the end. So head on over to monarchmoney.com, use the promo code DLLS, and get 50% off their services for the first year.
Monarch. Who? Talk about our guys at Game Time. Yeah. The Game Time app is the one that you need to put on your telephone right now. Game Time app, no matter what game it is you want to go to. Maybe you want to go to a concert. Maybe you want to go to some sort of show, whatever it may be. Our friends at Game Time. That's the app that you got to have. You use the code DLLS and you get $20 off your first purchase. I used it last year during the Stars season is when I took my $20 off. So if you're out there, you've been buying tickets using who knows what, use the Game Time app. It's great. They've got the feature you can toggle on where you get the all-in pricing so you're not surprised at the end. You guys know how that happens. You say, yes, I would love the $79 seat. And they're like, all right, are you ready to check out? That'll be $13,000. And you're like, well, hold on a second. I thought this was a... So you go ahead and toggle that feature on there, and then you have your all-in pricing. You'll be ready to rock. It's the Game Time app. It's the finest app in all the land for going to games. Use the code DLLS, $20 off your first purchase. What time is it?
Game time.
All right, Clarence Hill back in with us, baby. It's the second segment of the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Lyle Collins, former Cowboy, former Bill, former missing one. Bengal for a while. But yeah, he's been around a little bit. Did not play last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Nope.
And I will tell you, Collins' family's a good family, and I need everyone to know that. Okay, shout out to my buddy David. And Clarence, I'll ask you about it in a second. But we have
Where legends drop, Clarence Hill just can't stop.
$50.
Yeah, Barrington, that's our boy. And Barrington ain't little.
all 300 pounds of Barrington beef.
300.
Whatever it was. As ugly as this could get, do you think the NFLPA could step in? Yeah, now that they got rid of the guy who's working for the enemy. Do you think the NFLPA could step in and make a rule at the next CBA negotiation? No front office personnel are allowed to talk directly to player about contracts without an agent. A, how much money have I sent y'all? I don't know. Some.
We don't know, but I doubt that they could come in and make a rule like that.
I mean, it makes sense to me, but also you're an adult. If you're as an adult want to make a deal,
But
you're allowed to make a deal for
This
yourself.
only happens here. Like this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it only becomes a thing
They got
here.
Tyron. They got Tyron.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
without his agent.
it just this shouldn't even be a conversation because smart people, normal people, logical people know
Yeah.
in order to get a deal done with the professional athlete, it has to go through the agent. Yes, the player is in control, but most general managers who do deals know, I had a good conversation with the player and we got some things ironed out. Let me pick up the phone with the agent to make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Because
get it done now.
Now let's go really get it done, because that's just how this thing operates. I don't know why, for whatever reason, that this has become such a such a great magnitude of an issue, because this is how it's. Pick a sport. Pick a sport. The deal gets done when you talk to the agent. And unless that player represented himself, Bobby Wagner or like that type of person, you gotta go talk to the agent to dot the I's and cross the T's.
Clarence, yes.
I'm on both of y'all's side with this. And actually, Mike Florio brought this subject up too, I guess, in an article this morning, because he said, but there are a lot of rules named after Cowboys, right? You say it's only a Cowboy thing, but how many NFL rules are named after Cowboys? They're unique to the Cowboys, So this could be a Jerry Jones rule that the NFLPA decides, hey, let's institute the Jerry Jones rule into the contract negotiations. So, and again, that won't happen to the next CBA, and they're locked up for a couple of years. So, I mean, it's just something that it's a hypothetical down the road. I guess it could be considered, but I don't know how that helps us right now with Micah and Jerry getting down the road. But I wanted to bring up the fact that they do have La'el Collins in. You guys brought it up for a second there, and just talking, he's more about tackle than guard. Although they've lost a lot of guys in the offensive line right now. But Adeniji is out with a concussion. Certainly Tyler Guyton's out. Rob Jones is out with a neck injury. They're just trying to bolster their depth there.
Tyler Smith left practice yesterday, right? Precautionary.
Yeah, precautionary. They said it's a tendonitis, but he said he's good. And he walked off fine. And let's. I saw you tweeted that he looked like he had to take a dump.
I know Boo Boo. I know Boo Boo. I know Boo Boo Queen walk.
He just walks like that. Tyler got that kind of slow walk. Whatever else.
So he got a dookie walk.
Yeah, them cheeks was clenched. He was on a good foot to get to that bathroom in there.
Yeah. I saw your tweet on that, but no, he says he's fine. It's just interesting. Kyle Elam continues to star in camp. And everybody continues to be really happy with Kyer and what he's doing. Certainly the same thing with Ezra Raku. Jaden Blue is getting more and more reps. All the whispers about Jaden Blue before, everybody's kind of acknowledged, he had some issues. He was slow to pick up things and slow to take up things when he first got here. Now he's learned what it means to be a pro, and then it's really showing on and off the field. And so he's been rewarded with some reps with the first team for sure. Mozzie said it's his breakout year. I asked him, are you ready to break out in year 3? What else I'm going to do?
Okay, that's not. Well, then Mozzie didn't say it was his breakout year. You set him up and made him say that. You said you asked him if it was going to be his breakout year.
We were trying to talk to him about the system, and I said, year 3, they said the offensive lineman, it's year 3, it's their year they're supposed to break out. I say, if you're gonna break out, you got to break out. You can't just talk about it, you got to do it. I said, well, it's gonna be your breakout year. What else is gonna be? Yeah. You don't believe him? You don't believe him. You don't sound like y'all don't believe him.
I have announced that I'm retired from talking Mozzie too much because it just comes across as hating, and I don't want to hate. But I think it's his career as a productive NFL player is never going to take off. I don't think that's going to happen. And honestly, the way that you just said that you asked him, like, he couldn't have said anything else. You said, "Are you going to break out?" What's he going to say? No, I'm struggling bad, and it's not, and I'm probably going to get cut. Like, no.
When CD stepped to the mic to answer a question, it was very definitive.
Yeah.
It was very definitive. That answer wasn't definitive to me. What else am I supposed to do? Well, what else that you can actually do that you've been doing? I've always when you're speaking about yourself, be definitive. If that's what you're going to do, this year's going to be a breakout year. Speaking into existence, man. Don't with the generic. I guess so.
Talking with the Cowboys last night. Micah will be the starter this open season on running downs at nose tackle. Certainly, Jay Toy guy will be mixed in, but Micah will most likely be the starter.
Micah.
They do hate Micah.
I was like, wait, who?
My bad, Mozzie.
No, I like the idea that that's what they're. Jerry's mad enough that he's like, that's fine, Micah. We're not going to get it done this offseason. And guess what you're playing? Nose.
Might be better.
Nose tackle.
He might be better.
I don't know if y'all remember when we laughed when I said Dak is working on his running, right? Remember we talked about that? Like Dak working on his speed.
I saw you tag me.
Dak would have worn you out, sir. I'm sorry.
He ain't right,
he said I challenged CD to a race, something I wrote about before camp. But he said, yes, I'm going to run more in practice, run more, run harder, try to cut it loose. So it won't be the first time I cut it loose in the game, because he does want to be able to run and be more mobile again.
Well, didn't he also tell us that running wasn't the thing that hurt his hamstring?
Yeah.
Listen. I call BS on that, dude.
That's not how I heard it. That's not how I heard it.
He said I didn't hurt my leg. I didn't hurt my hamstring when I was running.
I call BS on that too. But he acknowledged that, hey, it could have been a reason. And so he's going to try to prevent that. And so he's going to start running more, doing more things, cutting it loose in practice. So it won't be the first time he cuts it loose, running for his life in the game. And that's what like I said, you can work hard and run and be a great athlete, but running for your life is different. Like Jesse, on that 78 yard, you was training different.
Well, she was 78 yards.
Yeah, 77.
It was 77.
I'm just saying though, when somebody's chasing you, your natural instinct, you're gonna be running different when you just running sprints by yourself. Okay, correct. And you're gonna be straining and doing it. That just goes without saying. That doesn't mean you're out of shape or anything like this, but you have to work. You have to work on things like that. Dak also had his best day of practice yesterday. He was connected. He and CD connected several touchdowns. CD caught touchdowns on 3 different routes. When he talked about running a different route tree, Dak backed it up. This dude can catch it all. Steven, Jerry all sung the praises of how Pickens has come in and been just adaptable and come in and transition well and running routes that they didn't know he could run and do and things like that. And they talked about Bateman and some other guys, but they talked about the fact that they were really going to draft a receiver. And once the receiver was gone after the draft, they went out hard to looking for someone in the trade. They ended up with Pickens, and they're very happy about that.
We love it. We love it because we like Tyler Booker. We love Donovan Ezraku in the second round, and we like adding a wide receiver that we already know can play NFL football. Now, if you could sign the best player on your team, that would – well, I mean, he does have a –
Also, just one thing that I want quickly, Clarence, that I want you to kind of put in your detective bag today. There was a report that came out on the radio yesterday. Some of the guys were talking to Savon Rebel.
Oh, yeah.
That he had a little setback on the knee.
I tweeted that 2 days ago. I mean, he had a little setback. I mentioned on the show 2 days ago.
My bad. You said on the show 2 days ago?
Sorry. Yeah, I did.
I must have not been there.
But you was there. But it's okay. We can talk about it. They feel but it's not he. If you saw, there was a video of him tweaking. So he kind of stumbled and fell while he was doing his workouts. But he said he had a little setback, but he should be fine. Neither one will be ready. Neither he or Diggs will be ready for the start of the season. Not for start before they finish training camp. The Cowboys, at least I don't know if this is negotiating. I don't know if it's whatever. Last night felt better about Revel being ready for San Francisco than Diggs. But both of them will be sometime in September.
Chill. We appreciate you, bud. We will talk to you on Monday.
Let's chill.
No problem. Thank you, guys.
Right. Clarence Hill, the greatest beat writer in the history of the Dallas Cowboys, right there. Coming up next, we will circle back around why I could actually see a deal not getting done with Micah, all the roads we're headed down right now. That's next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast.
We are going to Vegas, baby! And we want you to go with us as well. We'll be in Vegas for the Cowboys. Hey.
Lotion Lounge, can't stop.
We'll be in Vegas, and you can be in Vegas too. All you got to do is head over to TrueFanTravel.com. They have the total package of what you need. You get a 3-night stay at a luxury resort in Vegas. You get game tickets. You get VIP parties. You get exclusive events with the DLLS crew. That will be us and fellow diehards. It's 1,500 or more of us, and it'll be probably even more by the time we get to November. So head on over to TrueFanTravel.com.
Get over there. Get.
So you can come to Vegas with us, man.
Get.
We get to have our hair down. You get to see Pop, the VIP. We're going to have a good time. TrueFanTravel.com. Head over there now.
Get that flow going.
Oh, you going back to the flow?
No, I don't know. I can't decide.
Undecided.
Shout out to my guys at Branded Bills, though. That's this hat and this shirt. Branded Bills shirt on. I got my Branded Bills ball cap on, and they got all sorts of different hats at Branded Bills. They got T-shirts as well. Snapbacks, truckers, fitteds, beanies, or tees. I love that they just had like this Dallas section that I could pick from. And our buddies at Branded Bills, they also have stuff for if you're a college fan, their campus collection, partnership with 40 colleges, including TCU, Texas Tech, and Texas. So if you need T-shirts, if you need hats, you want it for your school, you want it for your city, whatever, they got stuff already made there. And if you're looking for gear to make your brand stand apart, they also have you covered with custom headwear. You can go there, start your order, and their dedicated team will help you create the exact custom apparel that you need. So I love the stuff they've already got made. If you want custom stuff made, they got you. Head on over to brandedbills.com. Use the code BBDLLS for 15% off your first order. It is the DLLS Cowboys podcast. We do have a backlog of Super Chats. I apologize. I know Barrington hit us with the 50 bomb and we went straight to it, but I want all of you to know that we love you and appreciate every single one of you. Jotman. Day Jerry Jones is no longer the owner will be the best day of my Cowboys fandom until Steven proves to be worse.
Oh.
So I go out and I see my guy Dano at the
Dan
golf
Myers?
ranch. That's how I get my lessons on. My guy Dano at the golf ranch in Richardson, and he asked me because I'd known him for a long time. He said, "My wife said to ask you, are you a Cowboys fan?" And I was like, "What? She listened to the show and think I'm a hater?" And he was like, "No, I don't think she listens. She just knows you do Cowboy stuff and was just curious." I was like, "Okay, that's way better. Y'all don't think I'm a hater, do you?" And I was like, I mean, yeah, I want the Cowboys to win all the games. It's the local team. It's the team that I cover and that I want to win.
Well, you gave a Mozzie answer right there.
I said I also do not like the way that a couple of the folks at the very top tend to make decisions and do business. I'm not the biggest fans of them. But the team, yes, I want them to win. So it's complicated. That's all.
All right.
It's just complicated.
All right, Mozzie Cavanaugh.
Chris, I don't know why I keep being a fan. The front officer clowns. Okay, man.
I ask this question to you guys every single year, and I always get told that I'm the hater.
Why, you been hating?
No, I was
You
just
don't
asking.
hate?
I'm always curious about fandom. Just always curious that
I live here. I want this team to win. It's a team I've been talking about forever.
Yeah.
I will tell you, if it becomes your job to talk about literally anything, I don't know, I feel like you tend to, it'll get you a little bit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It'll get you a little bit because you start viewing it through the lens of what are we going to talk about instead of we. But yeah, I want this team to win. I am a Cowboy fan.
You just keep saying it to yourself over and over and over again.
I am a Cowboy fan.
You'll begin to believe it.
I just don't always love every part of the organization. Dro knows. No. Here we go. William. Jerry's allowing his feelings to get in the way of making this team the best. Stubbornness. I 100% agree with that. Dro knows Jerry trading Diggs to the LeQuint Dickey Mining Company. I don't know what that means.
I don't know either, but
It's funny.
LeQuint Dickey Mining, that's probably a company that he probably owns. Jerry probably owns that company.
Okay.
Probably. Maybe.
Terry Matthews, Freak Jesus. I love that his agenda is he will not quit on Deuce Vaughn is going to go ham at some point.
my
The
God.
LeQuint Dickey Mining Company is the mining company from Django Unchained.
Oh,
okay. I did not realize
well,
that.
I see what you did
Oh,
there.
wait, is that
I
the
see
one
what
that
you did there.
Okay.
Yeah.
you try to
I
put
see
him in
what
a
you
spot.
did there. Yeah. You put Jerry in a tough spot.
You think with Collins, Lyle Collins, who the Cowboys have worked out, the holes will be big enough for Deuce to get penetration into the secondary now. Very possible, Kerry.
You got to hope Lala gets on the field.
I mean, yeah, they haven't signed Lyle Collins, right? They've worked out Lyle Collins. Joseph is in the super chat. Hey, Jeff, who's replacing Trader Joe? Oh, Joe Hoyt? Talking about Joe Hoyt? Traitor Joe,
He went to
who left us for the newspaper. I don't know, but I'll tell you, I will not stop reading Joe's stuff. He kicks butt at his job, and I read the thing that he did this morning. Did I already forget what it was? Yes, but I remember that I was like, oh, that sounds interesting, and it sure was, and I enjoyed it. Joe Hoyt's a good man.
He's in the chat sometimes.
Yeah, he stays up.
He'll text us.
Stays up in the chat. I guess this computer's not going to let me look at my computer unless I pick renew or uninstall. Uninstall then. Get up off my computer. Antivirus. I don't even care. I like viruses. Stuff I do, I got them anyway. On the computer. Anyway, okay, so we're caught up on the super chats.
I don't even know where we go from there.
Look, I am an ADHD kid, and so is the whole world now. So I feel like y'all can follow what's happening. Something popped up on my screen. I couldn't move on with my day until I addressed whatever was happening. I had to walk myself through it. Now we're here.
All right.
Why I could actually see a deal not getting done with Micah Parsons. Okay? Because contrary to the way I fight Clarence, is I let him go.
And
then I fight Clarence. It is very, when he come around, I'll be quiet.
Very counterintuitive.
But when he
Fighting me
leave,
there.
I'll be talking again. I think both Jerry and Stephen Jones are fed up, exhausted, tired, don't want to hear it no more, that the entire world now tells them this is a trend. The league knows it. The agents know it. The players know it, that this is what you do. You wait too long looking for a sweetheart deal, and then at the end of the day, the day go in, and you going to write the biggest check. And it's going to be like, oh, and by the way, you waited so long that free agency's right around the corner. Why don't you throw in a no-trade clause? Put that in there. Oh, and you can't tag me. Throw that in there. And they're like, wait, hold on. We were trying to drive a hard bargain. And it's like, yeah, you waited too long now, though, because now I could leave if I wanted to. So now I get whatever I want. I think they are exhausted of the whole world knowing that. And the result of it ultimately will be them doing it again. But in this moment, it's, no, you're not gonna do to us like that. You're not gonna just we're not gonna come to you and give you more than we want to or we are comfortable doing. Like, we're gonna stand strong on this. Plus, we're a little more frustrated than in a while. And it's like, I could see that we're gonna go into this season and the Micah one's not gonna get done. And maybe I end up feeling this way about every contract they do, but I don't remember it being this iffy. Like, CD wasn't at camp. All of it, right? The whole camp. And they did get him his contract extension. And it's probably the most likely result for this one. But I could see it going differently because I just think they're mad at us, at him, at everybody for the way that they are talked about. And they're like, no, screw it. Watch us. We ain't folding. You say we always fold. Watch. We ain't folding. And then they'll get to franchise tag year and then they'll fold. Even bigger.
What a horrible hill to die on.
Yeah.
Because all of this is because of your own missteps and your own willingness to wait and not do things ahead of time and not do things to keep yourself out of this situation. You're mad at yourself. Like, you've created this thing that people now use against you. And what a weird player to pick to do it on. Like, there was like,
but even that, like the way they frame it is that he is the one they should do it on. Like, at least in their current framing, where they're like, well, we knew Dak wanted to be here and CD wanted to be here. Like, they're framing it as now he could be a problem child that doesn't want to be here.
do they? I guess I don't.
Come on, work through it. I like this.
This is
you got something going.
Yeah, because there's a little part of me that believes that in this new age of athlete, which they're a little bit reckless in the sense of Micah might take a stand and say, I won't show up the first couple of weeks. I'll do my
make sure you play enough.
I'll do my mandatory 6 games to get a credited season.
Yeah.
So that you can't say, oh, next year we'll just start this again because that last year didn't count.
Don't Le'Veon this thing.
Right.
It did not work for him.
No, didn't work well for Le'Veon. I think he has a little bit of that in him. A little bit of that in him. But this is just a very, very weird hill that you would take up space on to say, I'm as mad as hell and I'm not going to take this anymore. That's commercial.
Okay.
JD Wentworth.
Okay. I remember it.
Yeah.
I do remember the words. I knew the rest of your words when you started your words.
It's now, if this is, here's also the thing. You got to go through. Like, you can't be frustrated and upset and then you hit us with a pump fake.
Yeah, don't half step.
Like, if you're gonna go there, Joneses, you got to go all the way through. You have to sit tight and say, you know what, we're done. There's no more blueprint on us. There's no more, because if we get to Labor Day, and we get to that period before the training camp ends and it's that week before the season starts, and you hit us with one of these good mellow fakes, or mellow, and you give the contract, you did all that for nothing. We're back at square one again. And Tyler Smith's agents goes, okay, here it goes. We'll do the same. Same song and dance next year.
Okay. I'm just trying to work my way through something.
Okay.
Quick.
Let's work through it.
What if the Joneses are looking, and I'd have to get on the internet and do a little donging around here, but what if they're like, okay, and I know that the Joneses a lot of time, they watch our show, and then they sit by themselves in a room, Jerry and Steve, and they go, Jeff was right again.
Captain Thunder.
I know they do that a lot.
You know who you are.
The Joneses, they think that I'm right a lot. They talk about it. But what if now it's like, okay, sure, there is some credence to what we would pay now in the same offseason is more than it would have been pre-Myles Garrett, pre-TJ Watt, pre-Max Crosby. All of these things that we let happen in front of us. So now if we sign him during the same offseason, we did, in fact, no doubt, cost ourselves money.
Mm-hmm.
But if we sign him in a different offseason, if we just make him play this year, take him through to franchise Tagville and all that, if we play out this year, next offseason, is there a premier pass rusher that's getting a contract? Or is the number, and I'd have to go look, like who's going to be 3 years in or 4 years in and hadn't been extended yet?
Aiden
or
Hutchinson?
Are all the big dogs already eaten? Hutchinson hasn't gotten a deal.
Aiden Hutchinson?
Okay. Because if there are, and there usually are more names coming.
Right?
Because I could see it if there's not a name next offseason. We're like, well, there's 45. That's who's next. That's who's going to get these millions. So I don't know. I mean, the Cowboys.
But a part of me believes and thinks that David Malugetta is negotiating that way. In the sense of, because remember, this will be an extension, right? So in essence, it won't technically take hold until next year.
Right.
So they're saying, hey, we're really looking at what we're going to get next year. Like, we're trying to be ahead of this thing.
Yeah.
So we'll get the credit for it this year, but we want the payment for it next year. So next year it's going to be 44, right? 45 probably. So let's get it 45. Let's get there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, totally can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
totally can see that.
This is like, Micah isn't a free agent. He is on his 5th year option. So Yeah. His 5th-year option.
It's his 5th-year option.
Right. So, it's again, this doesn't take hold this year. Whatever deal gets done, the salary of it doesn't take hold until next year.
Right. You just get a nice little signing bonus.
You get a signing bonus
Yeah,
now,
yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah,
you know, your average salary and all that kind of stuff, that's looking at for 2026.
Mm-hmm.
So they could be saying, we're thinking about what the numbers are going to be next year.
Yeah.
Because we know the salary cap is going up. We know that the revenue is going up. We know that there's some things that we don't even probably even know about in TV deals and how their numbers are going. You know, we don't know all the inside of those. The agent does. I'm sure David Malagueta does.
And Jerry pretends that he doesn't. Where he's like, they're negotiating these things where they want these numbers because they think this might happen with revenue. And I'm like, you know better than anybody, and you've watched what it does every year. And you know that it's 15% every single year.
Right.
You know this, man.
You are going movie crazy today. You in your bag today.
I just freak out sometimes.
You're in your bag
freak
today,
out sometimes.
man.
If I don't know how I'm going to end a sentence,
You in your bag.
you just see if
That's
some
about the
word
fourth,
that
fifth
you
movie
said
reference.
previously
About the fourth.
leads to something somewhere. Why isn't Asante Samuel a Cowboy after the Carson injury? We could talk about things out there that you'd like to see the Cowboys still do. They did just work out Lyle Collins. What do we think of that? And are there things they should still do? Plus your Cowboy questions. Keep them coming. It's all next on the DLLS Cowboys podcast. The training camp special. This thing is about to end now. This is limited time, and I need you to know the urgency when it comes to this limited time deal. It's a lot like a Micah deal here, okay? This number is going up.
It is.
So you need to go ahead and take advantage while this thing's low. We hadn't had a Myles Garrett, Max Crosby, TJ Watt situation yet, but they all coming. So go ahead and sign up to be a diehard today. It's our training camp special, which is a great time because you get all of the scoops, all of the exclusive premier content, the diehard level content on the website. You get that when you're signed up to be a diehard. And it's not just for the Cowboys. You get that diehard level stuff for all of your favorite DFW sports teams. We've got beat writers and shows 5 days a week. We're doing these shows for all of your favorite teams. When you sign up to be a diehard, guess what? You get a T-shirt. People do like T-shirts. Look at the Dallas collection. Look at that. Now, I'm not going to say names of that bottom right one, at least bottom right to me, bottom left for the shirts. I won't say names because I feel like that would be copyright, so I'm just saying.
It was a nice picture.
Around there and boom like that. I see you charging my Robin. That's a nice shirt. It's a nice shirt. There's a lot of nice shirts. And that's what you get when you sign up to be a diehard. You get that free T-shirt, which is a $36 value.
Is this the simple math, like when you look at it?
36 minus 36?
What? That does equal out to zero. But just the cost of it, it's about $1.16 a day. If you bought a membership, it costs you $1.16. 31 days in this month, $36, about $1.16 right there.
And you also get so many new friends. We have over 1,500 diehards now and at DLLS, and we have our Discord server where you hang out, you can chat about all sorts of different things with people who are fans of the same sports teams as you, and you can make some new friends. That'd be a good time. Plus, you get a carrying card. Don't forget your carrying card, all right? It's the DLLS Cowboys podcast. Fire in your questions. I know I saw at least one super chat that I haven't hit yet. Make sure that we hit those. Dre's in the super chat 10 spot. Jerry likes personal relationships with his stars. Him and Micah had a conversation. Then Micah went to his agent, with the agent making changes because of future possibilities. Jerry hates that part. Yeah. No, I agree with that. So the Dianna Russini, just to reset in case you haven't been in the loop on all of the things. Like first, it was who tweeted out the Bad Boys thing? That was Micah. That was Micah first. And then Trayvon Diggs shared it.
There it is right there.
Yeah. Okay, so we got Micah
7-Eleven
tweeted out
4L.
one last time. And shout out to Jay Tuck, who it looks like got quote tweeted by Micah there. One last time, Bad Boys for life. Trayvon Diggs retweets that bad boy, 7-Eleven for life. Then this morning, we get the Dianna Russini report, which reads, the Micah Parsons Cowboys relationship has deteriorated to the point where the star pass rusher is considering drastic measures, which could include a trade request or even a declaration
of independence,
which I will steal if I have to.
All right, you're back in your movie bag. I like it.
National treasure.
I like it.
Drastic, or declaration that he is severing his relationship with the team, which I don't know what that means. You're not allowed to just quit the team. You have a contract. Per multiple league sources familiar with the situation, the two sides remain far apart. heading into the second week of training camp and are not currently negotiating. And one thing that's inside her article behind their paywall that I don't pay but pay ours is among the key issues, Parsons negotiated directly with Jerry Jones over multiple days in the spring. The team believed it had a deal, multiple league sources said. When Parsons' agent pushed back and attempted to negotiate further, the Cowboys declined to engage with him and told the pass rusher to honor the agreement he had made. Now the team is refusing to engage with Parsons' agent at all, creating a tense standoff amid increasing friction. So, yes, I think that all fits nicely into my little picture of Jerry. He's offended. He has gotten a little more standoffish and a little more emotional as he has aged, especially recently. And now he feels like a guy that I have so taken care of you, and I let you in the big house.
Yeah. Whoa.
The owner's suite. Like there's littler suites.
Whoa.
There's the chairs. But I invited you in for a conversation in the Jerry Den. That's the big house of the Cowboys. I let you in here, and you and I got tight. We got close.
Whoa.
We were so friendly. That one, just edit all that out. But like I let you in to the big boy room, and we were hanging out.
I like that better.
And we had talked about some stuff. And you didn't, but we didn't do it?
Yeah.
But we talked,
yep.
You and me. And so now I'm dug in, I'm disappointed, I'm mad, and I'm already in my standoffish state. No, I'm not calling your guy. I ain't talking to, we already did it. I was like, well, you invited me. So yes, I came but he's the one who does this, his job. Call him.
Right.
Like, tell him what we said, and then y'all figure it out. And if what he says is different, that does suck for you.
Yeah.
Sorry, but maybe you should have talked to him about it anyway, because that's his job. But I see it all.
But we kind of walked this out a couple of weeks ago, and I was telling you, we were talking about, and I was saying for Jerry, it's this is why he doesn't want to deal with the agent. This is why he deals with the principal. Well, he wants to deal with the principal. Because he knows, and that's the thing, and here's why Jerry is a little bit of, it's hypocritical.
Yeah.
Because when Jerry has the conversation with Micah,
yeah,
right? Jerry isn't the one that's going back to draft up the contract. He's not.
Yeah.
Jerry's going back to someone.
You're gonna hit up Adam Pacifica
or Todd Williams or someone else.
Right.
Who has more knowledge of how the contract is supposed to be structured.
Yeah.
But then Jerry goes, well, you can't go back to someone else on your team and get them to do something that you don't know about the contract.
Uh-huh.
I can. See, I can sit here and say, oh, yeah, we're going to do this, and this. And then I'm going to send it to the guy who actually knows how to do contracts to get it put together correctly. But you can't. You stick to every word that you wrote down on this napkin, and that's where it is. But I am going to go back to the contract dudes and have them get all the things in order so that I'm right on my end, so that you don't try to sue me on my end and trick me on my end. I'm going to get the dudes who really know, because I promise you, Jerry doesn't know about contracts. Like, he knows some things, but
he knows about NDAs.
Yeah, well, see.
Well, I'm killing it today. I am sorry about the big house one.
Yeah.
Crushing it today.
So you are on fire today. But that's where Jerry becomes hypocritical. He becomes very hypocritical. He's like, it's cool when I do it.
Yeah.
It's a problem when y'all do it.
Yeah. Could you imagine what happens down the line if those two legit drafted up and signed the contract? Like, it would just say Micah Parsons, 4 years, $164 million, signature.
And
it's like, okay, but how much is guaranteed?
Yeah.
And obviously nothing can be voided here.
What are your workout bonuses? What is your playing time? What are the escalators? What all that? Like, that's what I'm saying.
No,
So
you just give me that money.
So that's why I'm like, okay, we can have the conversation, but you're going to go tell Adam or Todd Williams, and I'm going to go tell David, and then they're going to have this thing done up right, because you and I don't actually know what the hell's going on that paper. We know the parameters. We know the big stuff, right? We know the years, the money, but we don't know all the little, right? Because you're not going to look up and say, next year you're going to be like, hey, Micah, I know you're over in Tokyo sumo wrestling, or I know that you're in Florida with Trayvon, but in that paperwork that you and I signed on that napkin, it says that you have to be here to get these other bonuses that come along with it. You know, or when you go to a Pro Bowl, you make all pro and all the other things that you have in this, like that's the part that the other people are supposed to be a part of. So it's a little bit odd and hypocritical of Jerry to go, well, we had a deal, we had an agreement, and I'm going to send it to Adam Pacifica and Ty Williams. You don't send it nowhere. You don't send it nowhere else.
You sit your butt right there. I'll be back.
I'm going
to circle back in here. You just hold that pin, and it's going to go great. Other Cowboy things today. We did have Lyle Collins workout. No signing at the moment, and this is just my random prediction. I predict there will not be a signing. Just a prediction for you.
So Lyle Collins lied to Dak's kids.
Oh, did he say he was getting signed?
Told Dak's kids, I'll be protecting your daddy.
I think that's manifesting. We'll see. Well, we'll see tomorrow. We'll ask Clarence. He can do some digging on how it went.
You can't tell kids stuff. They don't forget them.
We can see.
Don't forget this, Jeff.
Oh, yeah. We also had Juanyeh Thomas, who I like Juanyeh Thomas.
And I do too.
I just want to be real clear.
And I like Juanyeh too.
I like Juanyeh Thomas. So during the entire saga of Micah Parsons' tweet, hanging out with Trayvon Diggs, being bad boys for life, and then Trayvon sharing it, and then Micah and the Joneses are going at it, and Micah might demand a trade, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Juanyeh Thomas has announced he's on Team Micah and not Team Front Office, which is very interesting for a not top whatever number player on the roster to just throw himself into mix.
We talked about lane. Do it. Can I get a one? Do we have a one shot? Wait.
No, one shot's only in this chair.
You got to move.
I don't. This is much.
No.
Hold on. Okay, you're right. Okay.
I need the one shot. Okay, here we go. This is my one shot right here. Yep. Okay. Hi, Juanyeh. Jesse Holly here. We already agreed that we like you a lot, but there are lanes. Okay. This is why you see the lines on the highway. There are lanes. You have the far right lanes for the slower people. You have the middle lane. It's kind of like your cruise control, and then you're passing fast lanes when you pass people on that lane. You're supposed to not stay in that lane, but that's a fast lane. Juanyeh, you've come over way too many lanes, my boy. Like, I know that you want to have solidarity, and I know that you want to back your boy, but there's some things that you need to sit out, my guy. This conversation might be a little bit too big for you. Okay, this might be a little bit out of your wheelhouse, and that can be your friend, your boy, your buddy, all those type of things. But what you don't want, Juanyeh, you don't want to get in crosshairs. Okay, all right. Micah is generational, and you can't find very many Micahs roaming this earth. We can find more Juanyehs.
Oh,
and your contract isn't big enough where you can be picking sides. You got to keep this thing level-headed here, my guy. I get it, but don't allow yourself to fall victim to this thing, because they don't forget. They don't forget.
People don't forget.
And so, Juanyeh, do yourself a favor, my guy. Don't get involved with them. Let the big boys handle the big boy conversation. And you just keep doing what you're doing, man. You're making plays in training camp. People are liking you around there. But don't you start putting your nose in other people's business, because you might get it cut off.
Oh.
You might get it off the tip.
Hope not.
Okay? My boy, Juanyeh. And I say that all due respect, because I like you. This is a little bit deep waters right here, brother. You don't have a life vest. Don't do it.
Everybody remember that he said that with all due respect.
100%.
I think that's important. I guess I just finished the show here. Just sitting here.
Well, you can just do what I do. Hey guys, I'll finish
I'm
the
not
show.
Jesse. I'm not Jesse.
Here.
He's not.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Remember, you never know when.
No, it's not time for that.
Oh,
you gotta host a show now. You gotta fill 26 seconds.
Ain't no problem right there.
What you got?
We just love the Cowboys, man, because you guys always give us something to talk about. We love it.
Oh, wait, no, it's Super Chat. Will might have hit a super chat, but we got to hit him if it's in there.
If it's in there.
How many Super Chats we got? Yeah, Will be friend. Give me some hope. Any reason I should continue to care about this team while Jerry Jones still acts like this? Because Dak is a baller, Micah is a baller, and he will play. CD's a baller, Pickens is a baller, and because football is fun. Hang in there. We're going to have fun no matter what. And Memphis, Mike in New Mexico. Jeff is going straight to HR after this.
Yeah, big house.
True. But I call that the big house.
The big house.
Of this building.
Yes, HR.
That's correct. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you guys on Monday. Go Cowboys. Remember, you have no idea what anybody's going through. So be cool to everybody. We love you. Be easy.
Eliminate the contingencies.
We all silly like the mayor.